Oh, whoops. I might have made a mistake. I also might have made another mistake. That was the reverb mic, not the normal one. I didn't even give you guys any music that entire time. I just made you all sit in silence. I'm so sorry. Are we muted? I think you're fine. Oh, but why are you so big on this screen? Hold on. Yeah, why are you all the way down there? Yeah. Let's move you there. Sorry, you guys aren't that important. Alright. And let's just close open. Oh. Oh, great. It reset the position of Limbus Company. That's okay. That's okay. We didn't need it. We didn't need it. Okay. There we go. Let me see real quick. Is that properly centered? It's close enough. I think it's fine. You thought it was just me? You switched devices and audio output during the break? Oh, no, my bad. Yeah. Whoopsie. That's all right. We're limboing. We're limbusing our company. Please tell me that there's not an update for me to get into, which will just completely tank my stream quality for a second. No updates, no updates, no updates, please, please. Okay, we're safe. Stream quality remains intact. Also, did I properly set the game and everything? Yeah, that's Limbus Company. Okay. It's just not showing a category icon for some reason.
점심 먹고 사격 연습이나 할까요? 탄환이 비싸다고 해도
That's a little loud.
비싸겠어요. 그런데
Okay.
그렇게 비싸게 느껴지시나요?
Yeah, let's silence you a little bit.
전 생각보다 굉장히
Okay.
저렴해서 놀랐거든요.
Where were we before? Oh, I should not have converted my Anka Found. That was a little bit silly of me. I'm kind of gonna need that going into this. That's fine. I have enough boxes to last till the end of time. All right. Declaration of participation. Oh, I also need to change the donation header to something more appropriate. All right. What can I come up with? Last time was Honglu Adoption Fund because we don't want him to be in that family anymore. What about this one? Maybe something to do with Ryoshu and no, let's not make fun of Ryoshu and her dead kid. Something tells me that one's not gonna go over very well. You know, it's fine. Maybe Chad can come up with one in the meantime. All right. Isn't that Xiaobao Yu? What's that doing there? And what did you just say? Wait, what's that doing here? Not what's he doing here, what's that doing here? I had a feeling this was going to happen, but we really kicked the hornet's nest, huh? Hark, one and all, and gaze upon our glory! The 11th hour doth the final band of viewers arise! You little goofy goober you, I will always love you. He sang, don't pretend you're not with us, huh? Please give the audience a wave. Yeah, play it up. Guys, I don't think they're taking the announcement too well. A large portion of the audience is vociferously expressing their collective confusion, wrath, and concern. These emotions are expressed by their jaws that have been opened past a certain degree. Thank you, Marceau. I would have never realized it by looking at them. As Marceau observed, I realized that the chaos wasn't restricted to the audience. The candidates were starting to get agitated too. And there he is, a disgusting, duplicitous bastard who brings annihilation to everyone around him with that silly, innocent smile. Huh? What's going on? I thought Bao Yu wasn't participating in the Hierarch War. That dumbass. Yeah, she knew at least. S-Y-N-C. Snap your neck clean. Explain yourself. Now. Oh, what did Sinclair do? Miss Saw told me to grab onto your sword like my life depended on it if you said that exact phrase. Blimey, can't we just... She mentioned you too, Heathcliff. She told me that if you ever said anything like, can't we just give him a good beating and be done with it? Sinclair is holding on to the 2 leash kids here that just want bloodshed. What a throwback. Decorum. I demand decorum. I hope you do not mean to risk having your body marred. Withdraw your name. It isn't too late. Now. Okay, so it's not just important that the Jade remains intact, but him as an entire person and being has to remain intact. Is it sort of like a Buddha in this case, where he can only ascend to a higher plane if he doesn't deign himself among these worldly matters or something like that? I'm heading in, Father. 33rd candidate, value of the Jia family. Come forth. Ready, Dante? I don't know. And? What about you, Ryoshu? I'm itching to get chopping. Need to vent this shitty feeling. Are you sure they're going to be okay, Faust? This is something that must be done regardless of the soundness of its participants. So is Ryoshu part of his answer? Is that what's happening here? Faust spoke sternly. Still, quite detest this plan. Are we just going to, like, kill one of the sin? Or, let me guess. Honglu is going to have Ryoshu just snap his neck clean off, and then Dante's going to have to rewind time, and that's the answer, huh? Let's be honest for a sec. Are any of us actually happy to go through with this? Okay, I guess there's the one. Honglu, Ryoshu, and I walked up to the platform. Oh, fuck! Up close, it was much larger, grander, and more imposing than I thought it'd be. Enter the fabric threshold. Once we walked past the curtains as instructed, we saw Jia Yuanchun, Jia Mu, and Jia Zheng waiting for us inside. I know not what, in your life beyond the hedges, could have wrought this change of heart. But to see you aspire to the seat of the hierarch is indeed a sight most curious. It's been a while, big sister. Has the life in Q Corp been treating you well? I've seen and learned much. As you must have, Baoyu. As you must have, Baoyu. Now I see a true reason for returning home today. I'm sorry, grandmother. I thought better than to let this be common knowledge. So you did. Now that you have revealed your intent, withdrawal is no longer an option. Very well. Now present the answer that you have brought here today. Oh god, everyone's going to lose their mind the second Ryoshu kills this man. I'm sure you've already sat through many people standing in the same place I am now, explaining to you what it was that they'd brought. So, I suppose you would much prefer that I give you a straightforward visual demonstration than make you sit through another 1,000-word lecture. Oh, it's totally what it is. No! Honglu gave Ryoshu a nod. Yes, I'm okay. The fact that he says Genshanan the same way that literally every other sinner has with their, like, closing song and everything. Oh, god. Our answer that we may be able to demonstrate before them is resurrection via Dante's power, to show them that to us, death is but a temporary setback. And the most dramatic demonstration of that ability would be to... Not even just head, vertical slice. Dear God. Indeed, you must have certainly demonstrated something. You are truly the least dreary part of today, Baoyu. They didn't even react or anything in horror or anything, just... Oh, instantly. Ah, I see. So the most effective way to do it would be for me to get killed in front of them. Without any room for ambiguity at that. Yes. Then... Does that mean that one of us has to, make sure that Honglu no longer lives. Part of me just expects Sinclair to just say unalive. Deja vu, we're playing Somnium Files. How so? I'm not getting that vibe from this. Boy, no need to beat around the bush. Remember what we did to each other when we first met? Yeah, they kind of did. Just start killing each other. Then, Heathcliff, is the implication that you are still willing to murder Hong Lu without hesitation? Yeah, Heathcliff literally just bashed Sinclair's head in. Mate, did you really have to put it like... He's not wrong. Oh, person split in half. Oh, okay. I may be stupid. Yeah. Holy Somnium Files. Dante. You didn't tell me that you were actually Date all along. You added an extra N in your name to throw me off. Verily, I do not wish to hurt my good companions more than I already have. It may be a stretch to say that it is fortunate, however. We seem to have an individual among us who may be able to carry out the task in a most painless, swift, and unburdened manner. And everyone immediately turned to look at. Oh. So, how would you like to be cut? Yeah, 0 reservations. Where's that fucker Lei Heng? Who is he working with? Yeah, she's not able to enjoy this at all. She is just constantly fixated on him. It seemed that slicing Hong Lu in half did nothing to distract Ryoshu from her own thoughts. Jamu watched us in silence, motionless in her seat. You have split his brain in half. You have irreversibly ended this child's life. Not even life insurance shall be able to bring him back now. Oh, is he still dead? Baoyu? Well then, what will you do now? You have no means to restore this jade of the family. For your transgressions, you will... Block. Spin it. And so it turned in one of the most high-intensity situations I'd ever turned it. Yet none of them really seemed to care. They more so cared about the political value than anything. I would expect at least his father to show a little bit more surprise than just saying, Baoyu? The muscle fibers, the nerves, the flesh that was split all begin to reconnect like a rewinding videotape. Huh? Wait, why doesn't this hurt at all? Oh, interesting. This time is different for some reason. Usually whenever Dante brings someone back to life, it brings an excruciating pain on him. Life insurance brings me back to life in Monster Hunter. Yeah, it's basically the same thing. Ryoshu's skill with the sword was no joke. I didn't even feel the slightest bit of discomfort. Oh, because he ends up feeling the pain that sinner does, so it's purely because Ryoshu had that good of a cut. I doubt Hong Lu even realized that he was dying. Baoyu, I truly realize that it's been a while since we've met. He has grown quite bold. I smell beasts. Why this response? Why is this answer that different? Dark shadows had appeared outside the curtains, surrounding us before I even realized what was happening. Bull, rooster, dragon, monkey, the Heisho are here. Oh, are the Heisho all named after different zodiac animals? The task was to find the answer to freedom from aging and death. Not to break a taboo and precipitate the destruction of our home. Hold on, is she talking about the no resurrection taboo that the head has? I think she's mistaking it. It has not been long since the family that once led H-Corp was brought to ruin. No arbiter nor claw shall ravage a family of Hong Yuan again. Zhao Yuan-chun appeared ready to command the Heisho to kill us all, but... Zhao Mu silenced her with a wave of her hand. You will wait. Venerable Zhao Mu. Once the resurrection is complete, the head will... We must end this before they... Hold for one moment. To be rash in judgment is to judge incompletely. Yeah, she's mistaken what's exactly happening with his body. He's not being brought back, he's being returned to what he originally was. It's time fuckery. I wish not to lose either, a treasure and a clue to immortality. And Hong Lu is whole again. It took more time than I expected. Thank you, Ryoshu. It really didn't hurt at all. And you too, Dante.
단테님도요.
No problem.
할머니,
Grandmother, big sister Yuanjun.
보셨죠?
Did you see that? This is the immortality I found.
불로불사의 방법이랍니다.
Are we safe? If aught be owed, a swift vengeance shall arrive in time. It is simply yet to return. Ah, okay, some sort of poem. Jamu's quiet utterance seems to dissipate the forces that had surrounded us outside the curtains. Jia Baoyu, in the first round of the family hierarchy evaluations, you pass. Alright, cool. It seems that she kind of understood the underlying mechanic there, at least. Baoyu of the Jia family passes. What trickery is this? I thought he was off on some sightseeing tour away from the Hongwon like a jobless rich kid. When did he even manage to find his own answer? Thus ends the first round. Those who passed must prepare for the second round, set to commence tomorrow. And I assume this is going to be combat. Remember, the candidates are barred from harming one another between now and the commencement of the second round of the evaluations. Oh, but not during the evaluations, which is when everyone was slaughtered before then. That was fine. But in between is a no-go. Alright. This is your one and only rule. Thus remember it well. Anyone who dare break it shall immediately be disqualified. That is all. As soon as Jia Zheng announced the end of the first round, everyone in the audience seats began rushing towards the first floor. Getting mixed up with that crowd's probably not a great idea. Let's get out of here. Indeed. Let us immediately return to Hong Lu's room. And we decided to slip out of here before the curious crowd swept us away. However, as we turned around to leave... Oh, is he still here? Not the he I was referring to, but Jia Chu is definitely not what I want to see. Stood Jia Chu in our path. Oh, Big Brother Chu. Congratulations on passing the first round. I hear that you have passed as well, young master. Congratulations are in order, it seems. How is it that you, young master, who has not shown an inkling of ambition towards the seat of the hierarch, suddenly emerged as one of its candidates, positively stealing the show? Yeah, they didn't see us as a threat before because they thought we weren't going to be entering the hierarch evaluations, but that's changed now, so... Well, you know, sometimes people get swept up by random surges of ambition. Wasn't that surge of ambition your company's, and not young Master Baoyu's? She's clocked us. Well, if our last meeting didn't confirm it, sure seems they know us well. Have we not impressed upon you enough that you are to nicely remain within the borders? Instead, he sparks such disorder at the fringes of his perimeter. I had thought that his only role in this design would be to be played as a pawn by Jia Ji-chun, no more. My lord, perhaps you have overestimated this young master. Overestimated, not underestimated, huh? Interesting way to put it. Are you still of the belief that inaction is a path without consequences? I didn't even get to say hello to you earlier, Brother Chu. Baoyu of the Jia family formally extends his greetings to you. I realize that this is the first time we're meeting face to face since I reached adulthood. Speaking of which, did you manage to stitch Big Brother Yihua and Mr. Qingtao's heads back onto their bodies? Oh yeah, that entire thing. Are they still alive, or did he actually just kill them for the sake of it, back in the previous intervallo? Because they said that Yihua had died like 3 times now. Heathcliff was the first to let out a flabbergasted gasp before the other sinners followed suit. I guess that's just how siblings of Hong Yuan greet each other, huh? Seems like Miss Baochai was just a particularly nice exception. You ask a question that deserves no answer. You have arrived here, unprepared, yet ready to cast yourself into the flames, all for the mere reason that your turn had come. Oh, they know a lot more than they've been leading on. Oh no, they know the inner workings of this company. Oh no. If your mind hasn't changed, then it would have been wise to remain unseen and unnoticed as you were. Yes, thank you for your concern. This facade of wisdom and pensiveness worn upon your speech. is truly intractable.
제가 그랬나요?
Do I do that? Atoblet, did I do that? Noticing Jia Chu's hand tightening around his weapon, Ishmael quickly jumped in. Oh, in case you forgot, there's a rule preventing candidates who pass the first round from killing each other. Hopefully I'm not the only one who remembers that. If you're going to continue to bully us, don't be surprised if there are consequences. I like how Ishmael since Canto 5 is taking that like cocky attitude of hers, but like toned it down a bit to the point where it just feels threatening now. Otis, you finished the preparations, right? The reinforcements are standing by at the front gates. Huh? What reinforcement? She's completely bluffing. Which is why I'm warning you that taking any rash action prior to the start of the second round could result in pointless skirmish for both of us. A loud boast from an illusory army in an empty fortress. Though, I believe that sheer might is hardly the quality one should flaunt. Yeah. They're completely calling that bluff. Yeah. I am not intent on fighting you here. Jia Bao you. You'll beget great suffering by endeavoring to embrace beyond your abilities. Yet if he still wishes to challenge and be broken, then perhaps that outcome is simply meant to be. And with that, they turned around and left us. It seems that they were here only to give us a warning. The most wordy warning imaginable, by the way. So Chinese it hurts. What a relief. I thought we'd have to fight Jia Chu and his Heisho pack. It's fine, we have so many Heisho pack identities now, we can take them. They did see right through us in the end, but hey, nice teamwork, Otis. What unbelievable impudence. Did you notice how they did not even glance at the rest of us through that entire exchange? Yeah, they didn't give two shits. Jue Baochai peeked out from a pillar before walking up to Honglu. You passed the first round! I'm so happy for you, Baoyu. Seriously, what's going on here? I didn't imagine even in my wildest dreams that you'd be participating in the family hierarch war. Yeah, I really hope that we aren't, like, forced to kill her or anything like that in order for us to proceed in the family hierarch war. I would feel so bad. Congrats to you too, big sister Baochai, for passing the first round. Gathering from the fact that you hid it even from me, you really didn't want anyone to know, right? Yeah, I imagine that must have kicked up quite the ruckus with everyone. Yeah, and we were behind a curtain, so I don't know exactly how much of the resurrection that everyone else saw, but still surprising nonetheless. Now I'm starting to feel kind of bad about this. Somehow we ended up lying to everyone. Hey, don't beat yourself up over it. Own it instead. Yeah! That's the way to be. Well, if it's all the same to you, then I want to say that I'm so happy that you decided to take part. Really? How so? I was worried that you might have already left Dogwon Yuan so far. Wait, no, different inflection. I was worried that you might have already left Dogwon Yuan so far, far away from me again by the time I was finished with the family hierarch war. That would have been too bad. Pouty face on never getting married and never seeing each other again. Yeah, that good response. The fact that her smile is very similar to Honglu's in terms of like both the joy and the pain that they're hiding. It's very noteworthy. Maybe that's the right word. I'm so glad that we'll get to spend more time together, even as contestants. Don't forget to say hello and give me a wave if we ever run into each other, okay? Jue Baochai left us to rejoin her faction, waving sweetly as she did so. The more we talk with her, the more I'm just accepting. There's no way she lives, there's no way she lives, there's no way she lives. Ah, man. Alright, Jia Chun. Oh, this is gonna be big. Oh, my loading screen is gonna be stuck as that for a while. Oh no. You have returned, young master. Yep. Good evening, Jiren. Jiren, got it. It's figuring out how the X is pronounced is always weird for me because there's like Ja, Chu, then Ji. I think it's Ji. Jiren bowed wordlessly in the same detached coldness we sensed earlier. She did not seem at all excited about her master's success today, nor did she appear to be concerned about him. A letter has arrived for you, young Master Baoyu. You didn't even try to hide the fact that the envelope was tampered with, did you? My responsibility was to deliver the letter. To protect its integrity was not one of my obligations. Damn, okay. Hung Lu, are you sure she's your maidservant?
괜찮아요.
It's okay. It's fine. It's probably the same.
틀린 말은 아닌
She's not wrong. Jiren, can I ask you something? Zhao Ling promised to play a rock tossing game with me, but I can't find him anywhere. That's... well, let's see. How many numbers have you learned so far, young master? Oh. Jiren and I learned up to 10! Whoa, good baby! Then he'll be back after 100 nights sleeps. Sleep 10 nights 10 times, and that's 100 nights. Oh. Oh, is he being, like, regenerated or something? Is that what's happening? Wow, that's so cool! Jiren, you're so smart! It's nothing. It's something we all learned growing up. The fact that she is, like... She shows a lot more emotion now. Something really terrible must have happened. Jiren, I slept 10 times 10 nights, but I still don't know where Zhao Ling's gone. Oh, and now she... Did I say that young Master Zhao Ling was to return? You said he'll be back after 100 nights. Oh. 100 nights is hardly enough, young master. It'll take at least 1,000 nights, given what they did to him. Oh, God. I see. You're as smart as always, Jiren. Young master, it's been years, but young Master Zhao Ling's body is still decaying. He has lost control over half of his body. I assume Zhao Ling was, the other boy that he was with, along with Dao Yu, I think was her name. Both of them in that flashback together back when we were with the training dummies. Even after he was fed the boluses I'd sent him? I was told to relay that your boluses were useless, young master. Damn! The decay reached his brain, and I overheard the other servants gossip that it is impossible to recover from such a wound. The body is functionally dead. Death would be preferable, in fact. So give up your naive hope and forget about him. Oh, man. What happened between in that 100 days that made her, like, treat him like a child and actually care about him and everything to make her suddenly go to, like, this? Like, was Zhao Ling, like, that important and she didn't know, like, the extent of the wounds that he had? And, like, now that she knows that there's no coming back from him, she's transferred all that blame onto Hong Lu and doesn't really care anymore. Is that what's going on here? You're always so smart, Jiren. I will now read the letter, Executive Manager. Right, yeah. As I stood there pondering, Otis walked up to the front with the letter in hand. This is from Manager Sod. Hello, everyone. Heard you managed to pass the first round. I wrote this letter before I heard the news, actually. You wouldn't even be reading this letter if you hadn't passed. I'm glad she has faith. The heck? But let's save the celebrations for later. The real game starts in round 2. The other candidates must have been making alliances, strategies, sharing information about the next round. Yeah, but we don't have any of that sort of luxury. Meanwhile, you guys stumbled around, aimless and alone, before returning to your lodging. And here you are now, reading my letter. She knows us so well. Is she watching us from somewhere? But not to worry. For your team specifically, round 2 doesn't require much strategizing. Because it'll be messy and continuous battle after battle. Okay, we're fine then. We've gone through so many, like, long-form battles. So battle on, as you always do. Eh? It's what you do best, right? Hold on. I would like to go into more detail in this letter, but I'm sure this letter will be, and has been, most likely, intercepted by someone from other candidates' clans or coalitions. So, in order for you to obtain our objective, you have to rely on what you have learned and gained so far, your intuition and fearlessness. Like I said earlier, we have but one purpose. Contextual clues suggest that the one purpose is implied to be come in second place and obtain the golden bow. I too am in this episode. He's always so helpful. Well, that wraps everything up then. Oh, one last thing. Shameless curs who have rested their eyes upon the contents of this letter without authorization shall be struck down with the curse of misfortune that lasts generations upon generations. Ne'er shall they ever be successful in any endeavor, regardless of nature. The bottom part of the letter has been torn off, huh? What a waste! What a way to end a letter. Well, I'm sure it'll be effective. She literally inflicted them with the most Chinese curse mode known to man. They understand. The generations upon generations part, they'll have fear struck into their hearts after that. So, does anybody know what to expect in round 2? That letter really didn't help with anything at all. It would be better to learn the exact rules on site and hear from the organizers themselves. It is likely that there are forces who already have their eyes and ears on us. Executive Manager, there's someone by the door. Right on cue, eh? Ji-chun, I assume? I don't think that's what this is. Damn it, you! Grab your weapons, prepare for battle! Why did everyone suddenly jump to that conclusion here? Hold on, did I miss something? Okay, yeah, they assumed from Faust's statement there that there would be people attacking us, even if it is expressly forbidden, but no, we're fine. Despite her rush, the person by the door was none other than Ji-chun. She wore an expression that we had grown quite familiar with by now, an interesting combination of annoyance and disappointment. Why do I ever expect anything better from you anymore? I hope she's directing that towards Honglu and not Dante. So you're just opening your front door to anyone without even checking who knocked? Just like that? I thought you were done talking with... yeah, we can be pretty heedless from time to time. But I don't think anyone who's intending to kill us would have the decency to stand and hesitate in front of my door, wondering if she should knock or not. Oh, Honglu's been paying so much attention. Okay, just Ji-chun just pacing in front of the door while Wade just looks at her, is just like, just knock on the door, Millie. Just knock on the door. It's fine. Earlier, in round 1, you had yourself killed in front of Jamu and Big Sister Yuan-chun, didn't you? And revived yourself in front of them too, I presume. Right. Why even go that far, huh? What's gotten into you, brother? Family hierarch? Really? Why now all of a sudden? Well, I feel like she definitely knows the answer to that, but she's hoping that she gets a different answer out of him is the thing. It's like she knows that the only reason why is that he's just doing this because the company told him to. But she's hoping that he actually has some sort of his own will among all of this, even though it is still just going to be the same learned helplessness as before. I can tell, just from that look on your face, that you couldn't care less about becoming something like the family hierarch. Is that really it? That they told you to do it? Ji-chun, imagine, just for the sake of it, what if our actual goal isn't to come in first place? You seriously expect me to believe that? Right? Totally. Heck, I wouldn't buy that either. Brodian, you're a little too on the nose there. Anyways, I'm glad that she at least believes that the family hierarch is so important that to even want just a treasure is idiocy. Like, she thinks that the only thing of worth is a family hierarch's position. I'm not here to ally or parley with you. I'm never, ever doing anything like that with you again, brother. It'll be nighttime soon, you know. And your room's always been so dark because you barely let so much as a ray of moonlight in. Those are very open windows. I think there might be some environmental storytelling clashing with this here.
곧 초대받지 않은 객들이
Seems like she's warning us that we'll be visited by some uninvited guests soon. Oh, is that what's going on here? Yeah, something like that.
이 상황에서
Yeah, no way they're letting you, a sudden unforeseen variable, spend the night in peace. But didn't they warn us earlier that round 2 candidates are prohibited from hurting each other? Well, that's it. The candidates themselves. But as for their actual factions or anything like that, or any sort of hired help, I presume is fair game. I see. The only thing that matters is the exact wording of the law, not the spirit of it.
맞아?
Right. They won't intervene as long as a candidate's not trying to kill a fellow candidate, literally, with their own hands.
그러니
So don't trust anyone, even your maidservants. Oh, actual sadness as he thinks about Jiren there.
직접 여기로 와줘서 고마워.
Thanks for coming here in person, Chi-chun. Actual... the suffering of this man.
내일은
Tomorrow, we'll
정말로 적으로
we'll really be enemies.
이제 와서
I know it's too late to change anything, but tomorrow... Jia Shi-chun stumbled over her words, trailed off, and then turned around and left as though she swallowed what she wanted to say. When she expressed a wish to visit you herself, I made 3 attempts to talk her out of it. It was highly impertinent of someone in my station to advise her against her 3 times, yes, but I implore you all to know that her choice to come here was not an easy one. I know this question can sound a bit nosy, but are things okay over there? We will face the trial to the best of our abilities. I wish with all my heart that our paths will not cross tomorrow. Yeah, me too. And I pray with all my heart that she doesn't cross with Jia Chu. I just want everyone to be safe and happy by the end of this. Have this be like the one exception to Limbus Company storytelling where no one gets hurt and there's a happy ending. And I share his sentiment. I wish not to ever bring harm to them, nor they to us in turn. Well, when's anything ever gone as we wished, eh? Yeah, that's a way to put it. But Heathcliff sounded just as uneasy. Oh god, the sheer amount of angst and anxiety in this one story, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And imperfectly accompanies a lot of the same spirit of all the sort of Chinese media that I've ever consumed before. A lot of that is a very common thing, and this is carrying that sort of feel beautifully. And I imagine that The Dream of the Red Chamber is no different with how it conducts itself, so I'm really happy to see that this is capturing those feelings really well. Anyway, yeah, recharge. I'll just use 1 box for now. That's probably all I'm gonna need. Okay, level 52, clear within 10 turns. Yeah, let's go with this. And... oh, I have a lot of tickets to spend. Holy. Okay. Yeah, let's just raise the charge team up to level 55. Honglu, you're gonna be especially important here. Bing bonk bink. I'm glad that I had so many stockpiled. I mean, it's going to have to suck when I eventually get the new Heisho units, and I'm not going to have the experience for them, but it's okay. I need at least some team that I can fight with once it gets to higher levels here. Alright. These guys I can leave. Otis, though, you're a little important here. Okay. And if I decide to bring the Poise or Burn team later, then I'll just level them when we get to there. So.
잠깐만. 아직 충전 덜 했거든.
Huh. Like, it's more so chanting than actual music, though.
때가 되었네요.
It's time.
오감을 곤두세워라.
Sharpen your senses.
어이,
Hey, where are some known infiltration routes in this building that our enemies could use?
어떤 것이 있지?
I think they'll just come out from anywhere. Like, it'll be like how it was with the Khajan, where they just come out of the fucking walls.
일단 상대 쪽에서
Anywhere, really. As long as the assassin's willing to put their mind to it.
가능한 모양이더라고요. 한 번은
There was this one time when one of them suddenly appeared from under my bed.
그건
That sounds kinda terrifying.
무섭겠네요.
Yeah, they could have already infiltrated this place before we even got here and just waited. Ryoshu, who was leisurely puffing her cigarette as the sinners were looking around in full alert, suddenly pointed up.
위,
Up.
선장에 무언가
Ceiling.
내려앉는
Someone just landed above us.
아,
Ah, so if they're hiding in the ceiling,
이미 이 방
there must be more waiting for us just out the door.
포진되어 있겠네요.
Honglu spoke casually as though he was expecting to have them join us for tea or something. I assume this is some sort of like battle tactic that they completely know, that would know of their positions. Like, if they're in the ceiling, then they probably want to hide the escape or something, which is why they have them by the door. Impressive. You're pretty sharp. The sinners all whipped around and swung their weapons towards the voice, but... Oh. Like, they have the same hat as the Heisho pack, but the rest of their clothing is very different. The assassin dodged back with ease and began chugging from a gourd in his hand. Wait, this smells like...
이 냄새. 설마
Is that sword drinking on the job? And he didn't bring any to share? Give me a break. I'm an old guy on a night shift. I say I deserve a drink. Our target's young Master Zhao Baoyu. Let's kill him quick and call it a night. With that, the enemies began flooding into the room. As if they know the actual, like, resurrection thing or not. I think that could be pretty up in the air depending on... What was her name? Yuan Chun? I'm pretty sure it was. If this is, like, her faction or not. I don't understand why she would want us dead, but she seemed pretty, pissed at us, to say the least. Like, that could be a possibility if they end up knowing of, the resurrection or not. And I think that's going to be a very important clue going into here. So, anyway. Sanity, please give.
이상 승객을 정리합니다.
Bing, bong, bing.
아하.
Good job, W Corp. Also, this is a new battle theme. I like it.
출력 최대치.
Oh, that did jack shit. Thank you, blunt damage. Ah, fuck. You did your best, Desang. Actually, I didn't even take a look at their passives just yet. Furtive Podao Assailant. Okay, so not Heisho pack. Different faction entirely. 12 skill 1. All bleed based. So 13 skill 2. And 17 skill 3. Yeah, 4, 8, 12, plus 5, 17, yeah. When hit during the combat phase, plus 10% damage for the turn. When hit during the combat phase on Clash Win, plus 20% damage. Okay, so they just get increased damage no matter what. Prioritizes Honglu. At turn end, if this unit failed to hit Honglu, gain attack power down next turn. Okay. Yeah, so I just need to make sure they don't hit Honglu. But they will inflict more bleed count if they do so, so... Yeah, let's just get rid of them best we can. Yeah, this is all fine.
이상 승객을 정리합니다.
벌써 끝나.
Although they might get some one-sides, so...
효율적으로.
This reminds me of the game mode no one remembers from Smash 3DS Smash Pass. Yeah. God, Smash Pass. What was that? I remember Smash Run. Smash Pass, though, that was a different one. I know Smash or Pass. I'm very familiar with that one, but... Not so much Smash 3DS. Yeah, let's keep saving all this. Get more charge berry on it, all of us, considering that we still need to build our SP. Now this sounds familiar. Is it actually the same song that we were using before, or is it just use it as a leitmotif? I don't fucking know. Okay, no, I definitely remember this. Yeah, this is just the same song, and I'm just an idiot. Okay, let's just have everyone keep their charge for now, considering that, everyone is staggered, so we don't really need the extra damage right now.
이상 승객을 정리합니다. 핫!
No, but this sounds different, so maybe it is just a remixed version.
공간을 뭉갠다.
좋아. 이번에는 제대로 들어갔어.
Oh, I was wondering why you used Rip Dimension. Yeah, she wouldn't have won the clash otherwise, I assume. Oh, Yisang, how are you still at 0 SP? Yeah, dominating. You're at max charge, so let's just spend that. Yeah, let's gain some charge back with you. Yisang, you better win that clash. Yeah, raise charge count. Yeah, that guy's almost dead anyway, so that's not hardly gonna matter. But we might as well spend it anyway, considering that otherwise it's just gonna be a waste. Yeah,
이상
this is all fine.
승객을 정리합니다.
Smash Run should return the GOAT of Smash modes. Honestly, it really was. You remember how we had that fuck-ass game mode in Smash for Wii U, and it was just bad? It was like Wii Party, but Smash. I forget what it was called. Smash Tour, I think it was.
출력 최대치.
That was certainly an option.
그래. 딱 반쯤 죽여버렸고. 13조 이항에 맞추려면 그게 제격이지.
Maybe I should change the announcer off of Ricardo. He doesn't really fit. But then again, I really like Ricardo. Oh, wait a minute. Did... Yisang, you had a dominating clash in that one. How did you still lose it? Alright. Whatever. Whatever. It's fine. I'm sure this is all more than fine.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
제압 완료.
Oh, Ryoshi, you got real close to losing that. Don't scare me like this.
그다지 유쾌하진 않군요.
Debut Corp Merceau, you still suck ass. I really wish he got an extra coin power. I really did. I'm due. Or if he gained additional charge off of things that aren't his skill 1, that'd be helpful. If he gained it on at least a little bit on his skill 2. Oh yeah, you have no choice but to spend that there. Oh yeah, everyone's just gonna be fucking ripping it. All right. Yeah, let's just send it.
방해물을 제거합니다.
There you go, Yisang, you did some damage. Woo!
맘.
Oh, that's a waste of a rip space. Damn. Oh. Thank you, Merceau. Oh, you are so dead. I'm sorry.
공간을 뭉갠다. 제압 완료.
Bing bonk.
복원 준비.
This game's combat's so fun. Even when it's not like the most difficult and I probably could just press win rate, I still find it really fun to think through all of it.
훌륭한 전시회였어. 하, 이걸 오히려
Alright.
고맙다고 말해야 하나?
Night Ambush. Okay, we're just continuing. Yeah, for fun, let's just go with the Pierce team. And, well, we gotta at least juice Honglu. It's like, that's mandatory at this point. You know what, I want to use up all these. There we go.
단테, 이번에는 누굴 베어버리면
Average
되는
level
거야?
52, whatever. I just need Ishmael to not lose her turn 1 clash. That's all I need.
그렇게 잡히는 푹신.
Oh, or she'll just not get one. That's fine. She didn't need it anyway. Yeah, many of them were using counter skills in the first place. That kind of stinks.
개시.
Hey, good job, Ryoshu. Oh, I didn't see that Unbreakable there. These guys are new. Hold on. Okay. What are you guys here doing? Okay, no, you guys are the same. These guys in the back? Or are you different? No. Who the hell used the Unbreakable? You. Okay. Large Podao Assailant. You look the exact same as the others. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, I guess these guys have gray hats. Is that the whole thing? Yeah. Okay. So, 11, 14, and 6, 9, 12, 18? Yeah. And a skill 4. When do they get to use a skill 4? Yeah, I guess they just get it for free. Nothing even turns into that, huh? I don't think we've ever seen anything like that before. We've never seen a unit have a skill 4 before and not have it, like, overwrite the skill 3. The Calming of a Bewildered Steel. Counter. Yeah, and they just get it. Prioritizes Hong Lu, deal additional damage. Yeah, there's nothing saying, like, when he gets to use that skill or anything. That's just how it is. Shit. This kind of stings. No reason to go for Pride Resonance here. Yeah, let's just build all that up. Otis, how are you losing that so hard? Like, what's going on there? They don't have high SP or anything like that, and you have very similar coins, so I think she might be fine. Please, Heathcliff? Yeah! Alright. Smash Pass was quick and exciting with lots of replayability. Smash 2 was slow with low replayability. Yeah. You played it once and then that was just kind of it. Oh, Ishmael, come on. Good job. The one burn count that's doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, and everyone seems to have won their clashes here, so that's great. I need to keep an eye on Hong Lu and Heathcliff's ammo, though. Okay, we can get some Pride Resonance going here. Is that the best play, though? Yeah, I think so. Let's just go for it. Yeah. Kind of sucks that we can't get Sinclair more SP, but hopefully he'll be able to dodge all those, so I think it's fine. Alright, call in a Heathcliff. An extra nuke. Oh, Ishmael. God damn it, Ishmael. There goes her SP. Otis support. At least she gets her poise count. Alright, you're at -1. How can we fix that? Alright, Hong Lu, you are almost out of bullets here. There we go. Yeah, still no SP regeneration on this team, so... Oh, except there... Yeah, we do have Heathcliff's ego skill. Yeah, and she just lost another one, so... I probably have the ego resources for it now. Oh. Bruh. Tails there really sucks. That just turned that away from a guaranteed kill. Hold on, how much lust are we at? Okay, yeah, we're good here. We're gonna want to regain some of that lust, though. We have a lot of gluttony as is, so I'm okay with using 2 Sinclair skill 3s. Yeah, use Beyond the Shadow. Even if it doesn't clash with anything, you'll still regain your ammo.
사격 개시. 승부처다. 다시 결투.
Perfect.
이미 도달했다. 급소가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
Nice. And now everyone gets a good dose of heals.
지면이 울릴 때마다 네 업을 떠올려라.
Only 77 when they were both staggered and crit as well? That kind of sucks. Oh, well. Those bullets don't matter anymore. Shit.
웃기는 자식들.
Okay.
끝나고 나서 고래구이 파티를 열어주겠다고 하니 의욕이 좀 났나?
Oh, Ishmael, you are still really sucking here. Can you do a blind obsession? No. Even if you could, your ass is corroding. Alright, I need some way to get rid of... Oh. Heathcliff's gotcha. That guy will just be instantly staggered, and there's not jack shit that he can do about it, so... We're all good. Hung Lu, though, you're gonna take a decent chunk of damage from this guy, and I hate that.
사격 개시.
Yeah, he's gone.
급소가 전부 꿰뚫렸네.
영원한 참으로 인도.
Yeah, I really need to get some sort of way of SP generation on this team. Maybe do I have any sort of Poise Faust? No, not really. So I guess I can just throw on N-Corp Faust in the back. Oh, I didn't even notice who fucking died. Oh, Hong Lu, of course it was. The one guy that I invested all of my things into. Still fucking exploded. Because I love unfocused encounters and the inability to actually redirect anyone's attacks. It's really fun. Okay. Yeah, let's just force you to wait, and we'll have everyone else go first and kill you before they do anything.
급소가 전부 꿰뚫렸네. 이미
Yep.
도달했다.
And Ishmael will be fine.
승부처.
Completely corrosion free. If I up tier to 4, does it reduce her her chance of reducing SP? Is that the problem with her right now? I need to check. Because if so, that... I know what I'm spending my resources on.
그 정도 화력으로 우리 사무소를 막을
Alright.
수 있을 줄 알았냐?
Light Ambush 2, yet again. Let me see here. Raises all that. She raises SP for other allies. Yeah, nothing affects her actual sanity here, so let's go ahead and throw on N-Corp Faust here, and hopefully we can get some Lust Resonance at some points here. Because, like, a decent chunk of them have it. Oh, why are you showing literally every ID in the game? I don't need that. I just need to see who's up on top there. So yeah, we have both of my sync units as well as Ryoshu. So if both of them get their skill 3s and Ryoshu gets a skill 1, or we just give Ryoshu multiple skill slots, and I think we'll be fine. So yeah, in hindsight, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 6. Oh, huh. Oh, right, we have a 7th slot, so we're good. We can still get Merceau in there.
수금할 시간이야.
And then throw these guys in the back.
망치를 쥐고.
Yeah, we're good.
나설 만한 곳이어야 할 겁니다.
We starting off the battle, or are we... Yep, okay. Oh, I see you. Hooey! Wow. Still working on it?
이전 사이와라는 놈도
It seems that we're continually underestimated by our foes. Shi Yihua made the same mistake.
허접하게 계산하는군.
You didn't seriously think that we would be defeated by such a pathetic force, did you?
생각했나?
Ah, pipe down. You're giving me an early hangover. And don't you compare us to that little troublemaker, the Shi family, will you?
조심하세요, 오티스.
Be careful, Otis. His combat capabilities are leagues beyond those of his companions.
큰 차이를 보입니다.
혼자서 여유를 부릴 이유가 있.
So that's why he's so sure of himself. I see.
소속과 이름을 밝혀라.
Identify your name and allegiance. Really? You think I'd just tell you all that if you asked nicely, working in this line of business? I have no name nor allegiance to give you, friend. Ah. Though I have no name to give, I have a title that the others took the liberty of giving me. You tend to pick up one or two of those after surviving for so long. He who emerges with a liquor bottle, only to fade into the nightly shadow. The world has deigned to call him the Night Drifter of the Drunken Palm. Oh my god, so threatening. Alright. Night Drifter. Haven't seen all of his skills, alright. Yeah, 12 and 13. Not too bad. Gain 1 swig. Oh, we're we're definitely getting identity for you later. At 3 stack, heal 3 HP. Oh, ew. At 5 stack, gain 3 attack power up and 2 fragile next turn. Okay, so we don't want him to gain swig if we can help it, but he gets all of it on use, so there's no helping it. Yeah, most we can do is try to stagger him before anything like that. But then he just, he recovers from stagger, and, that stinks. So he has second phase. All right, well, first off, let's not use a skill 1 there from the bat. Yeah, that's all good. Oh, but you're at 5 speed the entire time. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, and you're the exact same. Oh, Hong Lu is going to take a billion here. Understood. All I can do is have him bash like a little bit. What's a problem for him? What's the biggest problem here? Yeah, I can't have Hong Lu just instantly die. Let's just go with Pigretia. All right. I need people to be able to clash. Yeah. Just go with that. Ishmael, fucking please. Good God. All right. Struggling. Everyone's fucking struggling. No one's having a good time here. It's turn 1. I don't have any resources to combat this. Maybe I should have gone with Superbia and just... God. Yeah, this turn 1 is fucking impossible. I just got really unlucky. If it requires me to both Pigretia and Superbia on round 1, it's like, there's no way.
결투자의 예법.
I can only do one or the other. If I need a Pigretia for Yasunyata, but Hong Lu takes a billion damage, then, you know, it's not worth it. Sometimes you just get fucked over like that. Okay, all 3s this time. See, this is doable. This is doable. And then they still give Heathcliff all of his skill 1s at the beginning. All right. First things first. This time I will just use a Superbia. And Heathcliff, you can go ahead and Yasunyata. Yeah, let's get rid of that big problem that's right there. Struggling against all this, good God. Okay, even against all that, Jesus Christ. Otis, you really fucking suck as a unit. Okay. Yeah, we can try. We can try.
완벽한 거리군.
Okay. First neutral success. This one's a failure. Hold on. Oh.
저놈을 추적해.
Oh, and just no clash for Otis? Alright. Oh, wait, no, that was the proc of Ishmael's skill reuse. And you'll be fine here, Heathcliff. I'd be very surprised if you weren't.
하나, 둘. 지면이 울릴 때마다 네 업을 떠올려라.
There we go. Oh, it did not heal his own SP, though? Well, that kind of stinks. I mean, as long as he gets a Atelier Logic Bullet at some point, then he'll be fine, because he'll get all of his SP back no matter what. Okay. Overall, that was a decent turn one, all things considered. I think I just need to get rid of these guys, and then I can deal with him. Yeah. God, still fucking struggling, though, because he has all this attack power up. I mean, I can I assume this all procs from left to right. So I can just try to have him dodge as many as we can. And exclusively target these guys. God, why do you guys have such high fucking attack? Good God. Can't do a blind obsession. Because I don't have any wrath. Or literally anything. This one really fucking stinks, huh? Yeah, best I can do is just have them all try and dodge. Yeah, let's at least spread out the damage a little bit. And just hope that they can all successfully do it. That's literally the best thing I got. This is literally the best I can do. Even when we recovered that much SP, it's not pretty. All right, come on, Otis. I'm relying on you a little bit here. Okay, and this should stagger, so we at least get a little bit of a break next turn. And then Hung Lu.
여긴 맡겨주세요.
Nice. Oh, all right. Now he's... Oh, yikes. Yep. Ow. Okay. Not the worst. That's pretty bad, but... Okay. I think we're in at least a much better spot here compared to before, though. Oh, and Heathcliff, you can't do anything. Why? Why is no one targeting you? Okay. Still struggling, still hopeless. You're at 3 attack power up. I hate you, sir. That's favored at least. Okay. Better. You can somewhat clash here. Somewhat favored. Still struggling. We got Pride. He's got a Gloom going on there. There we go, Otis. You're doing it. You're doing it. Yeah, and then I'll just have to do a one-sided guard and not waste any of his bullets. Okay, and I got my Lust Resonance, so that'll help a little bit. Oh, come on, Sinclair! That was a dominating clash! Oh, and... Oh, that's so unlucky. That's so unlucky. Seriously? I just got completely fucked over by a luck this turn. God damn it. Yeah, now he's constantly rolling heads because his sanity got up. Well, and half of my team is staggered. Yeah, that one's a lost cause. Oh, god damn it. Okay. I'm gonna have to go in with the charge team. I think I've learned that. I need Faust to at least get everyone's SP up there by the beginning. Yeah, I need some serious clashers here. Yeah. I'm going to spam representation emitter, and I'm gonna not feel bad about it in the slightest. Okay. Yeah, Merceau, just fucking go for it. Everyone send your skill 3s. Y'all are just gonna have to do your best here. Don, you got nothing, but I forgive you. Come on. There you go, Merceau. Yeah, that's my boy. Uh-oh. Come on, please. No, come on. Oh. There we go. We just can't let him gain any sanity whatsoever, because if we do, then we're just completely fucked. I will bring out the sinking team if I absolutely have to, but I do want Hong Lu to get something here. Okay. We won most of our clashes here, so I can be a little happy with that. Okay, but now he has a 3 attack power, and that's going to be an issue. Okay. Yeah, and Hong Lu, you can't really do anything here. Yeah, I wish that there was an ego that only costed 1 event every resource. Or so you can't do anything. You do have the most SP though, so that's great. Don, nothing is happening with you. Let's just send you after him. Same with Ryoshu, no one's targeting you either. Who are you targeting? Hong Lu? Of course you are. 14, all 16s. Well, we can give you some charge barrier, baby. Yeah, you're first, so let's give you that barrier there, and then Hong Lu, I mean, Yisang. You can try, you can try. Try to redirect just something out of any of these guys. Yeah, I'm also just send you there. Alright. This turn kind of sucks because of the speed orders, but we can at least mitigate a little bit. Alright. Decent. Good. Resisting slash. That's very helpful, to be honest. Alright, there's the stagger we were looking for. And that charge barrier honestly absorbed like such a huge chunk of that. I'm very happy with that. That was good overall. Not for Yisang, that one kind of stunk, but if we can kill this guy, that'll be fucking huge. I kind of doubt it, but yeah, especially if Don flips like that, then that's not so good, but you know. You're at a decent amount. Yeah, you can start taking this guy down a peg. Let's get rid of some of his SP while we're at it. Okay. Yeah, we need to get rid of his favored clashes there. You have enough for a rip space, so just fucking go for it. Yisang. We don't like to see that. We very don't like to see this. Oh, Hong Lu does have his ego available, so we can damage everyone and heal up a little bit at least. Oh, and that'll take out that guy in the back. At least I very much hope it does. Yeah, Merceau, you're not going to do much there. All we can hope is that these two guys end up staggering him. Oh, but now there's you to deal with. Okay. Yeah, let's just try and dodge that if we can. Overall, this is very good, though. We're in a much better spot compared to before. The blunt damage is not going to do much. That kind of thing. Oh, Otis! God damn it. Okay. Those may all be unbreakables. However, no stagger. Okay.
이번에는 제대로 들어갔군.
Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. I hate unbreakable coins. I hate them with a fucking burning passion.
환상의 세계로
Alright.
들어가 보자.
Maybe I should have found someone that can just dodge those instead. That's my bad. Alright, well, that one guy's gone. That's huge. Good stagger. Oh, Andy. Alright, goodbye, Yisang.
고작 이 정도로
Okay.
쓰러지는 녀석은 없겠지. 중지를 공격한다는 게 어떤 뜻인지.
Faust, you still can't do anything. Yeah, no gluttony, no pride. Yeah, because Honglu's my only source of gluttony. God damn it. This is much worse than I was hoping for. Okay, let's go for the neutrals there. Ryoshu, of course you don't clash with anything. Okay, you're at 9, so we're going to just have to send in DDEDR and take the health. The SP is much more important. Oh, and another guy just came from the back. Oh, wait, no, that's just another of his skill slots. Okay. So we'll be fine if we can deal as much as we can into him for now. This guy is close to stagger, but he just moves too fucking fast. Yeah, not much I can do there. Yeah, all these are just going into Honglu. Fuck. I can try to hit him with a DDEDR and hope that Ryoshu just goes first. Like, if I get lucky. But the problem is that he's defending that and that goes first. So, okay, hold on. No, let's just redirect it so it's one-sided. Otis, you take care of that guy. And then we just gamble. And hope that... I could just use a Superbia. Or a Pregretia, rather. And that would make things a lot easier. Because why the fuck does he have to roll such high speed dice? Yeah, let's just do that. Okay. As long as I can win some of these, we'll be in much better shape. It's neutral. Ah, God. Yeah, I just have to hope that he dodges those. He can do a chains of others, though. That's gonna be really good. Then Faust, you go after the staggered guy.
충전 기능 점검.
Yep.
단숨에 정리하도록.
Yep, if he's just gonna flip heads, there's nothing I can do. Alright, thank you, Honglu, thank you. Great, keep lowering that SP. Hopefully we get a stagger here. Close. This definitely will, though, so. I mean, it sucks that Merceau's going to have, like, lowered attack power right after he's staggered, but... I'm much happier to win the clash. Ah, fuck. He's still got that high of a roll. These guys suck. Alright, Honglu, you're only at 5. Thank God he rolled a 1. This is going to be my absolute savior. Okay, those are all favored. Merceau, can you kill this guy? No. 23 is going to do nothing. All I can do is try and stagger this guy. Alright. Oh, and he recovered from stagger. Of course he did. So never mind, Merceau was the right play. Oh, God damn it. Oh. If I just keep getting unlucky like this, it's not gonna fucking happen. Yep. 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 Piss off, dude. Can you flip tails just once? Just once! Just once! Not a big fan. Not a big fan of this fight, gotta say. This guy sucks. Yeah, and someone died and I didn't even fucking notice. You can't even Yasun. Faust is staggered. No one is going to be getting any sort of regeneration regardless. Can't capote. Yeah, Heathcliff, you're the only guy that can do anything. You're just going to have to send it with a binds. Decreases SP in any sort of way that we can. Yeah. Let's just do what we can. And after that, he'll have set off the bind, so hopefully his SP is lowered a bit and we can actually get something going there. This is all I can do, and I hate that. Yep. This fight is completely dependent on luck. Because there's no way I can clash unless I get to that high SP and keep him lowered. I'm going to have to send out the sinking team. I'd assume.
나는 이 왕좌에 묶여 홀로 통치하는 자일지니.
Having to start this with 0 ego resources, killer, to say the least. Oh, yep. Yeah, and he'll just flip heads on everything, and then Yisang will fucking die because of it. Yeah. Oh, Honglu too? Lovely.
너희 꽤 재밌는 상대를 만났어.
Oh, shit. Oh, that was cool at the very least. I thought that was the end of the fight. Maybe we were supposed to lose this. Aw, man. You got me so excited for nothing. And I don't have a fucking... I need to inflict him with bind. That is the only way I'm getting out of this alive somewhat. Representation emitter as well. Do something about this fucking guy. Yeah, I'm still gonna be struggling regardless. Yeah, let's just boost our SP however much we can.
충전 기능 점검. 단숨에 정리.
내가 찾은 나만의 항해 방식.
Okay, this is seeming more doable now that his lackeys are gone. And if I can get a little more SP, or if he's just gonna flip heads forever and ever, and Otis just gets staggered and immediately dies.
결국 떠돌아가는 길에서
Oh my fucking god, this is fucking miserable. Okay. And of course she's gonna have to take the unbreakable coin afterwards, and let me guess, it's gonna stagger too. Oh, surprisingly. Not this time.
벌써 끝나간.
Okay, there we go. We're all staggered, but so is he. Okay, just the 5 of us. This is okay. Both Flaying Surge. Build all the charge count that we can. Faust is getting some slots off of all this, so that's one saving grace, I guess.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Ishmael gets him sinking off, thankfully. Oh, and
이
it'll...
안정감 있고.
Right, now he gets the 50% thing off, and we just don't deal any damage.
이런 푹신한
Okay. Combat start, HP does not drop below 1. Get an offense level up. 5 attack power up, gave 10 damage up. Lovely. I got nothing to clash with that. Cool. At least everyone else can just send it against him. That is the one
계획을
saving grace here. How much SP? You are not at any charge. Well, fuck. I guess I'll try. If I can. I can at least move the slot. Get some envy resonance. Yeah, still nothing.
방해물을 제거합니다.
Good God! Can you fuck off? Alright, this is substantial damage though. And I doubt that any of that attack power up is going to carry over to the next turn. Oh. Or we'll just survive? Huh? I mean, sure. Sure. You're next, and the last one. How strangely confident you are for someone who has failed to protect her master. He doesn't know that the sinners can come back from death. Well, now that I've claimed young Master Baoyu's life, I should be free to clock out. There's no coming back from a crushed brain. He doesn't know, chat. Real shame. Had he stayed under my tutelage, he could have almost matched me in skill. And the intruder disappeared from the room without another word. All right, we're good. And after a brief break, I revived the dead sinners. Just who could have possibly sent him? Who'd be that Jia Chu bloke from earlier? You saw the way he was glaring at the rich boy. He wasn't the only one glaring daggers at Honglu, you know? Yeah, literally everyone there. Except for his dad and mom, probably. But even then, they're like weird about it, so... Who really knows? Oi, you alright? If your brain's feeling funny, ask him to turn the clock again. Yeah, you would know. You got a dagger in the back of your head last time.
아니요.
No, it's just that this feels new to me. Whenever I was attacked in here, this building felt so infinitely vast. But now that I'm here with all of you, it feels so crowded and alive. Ah, found family. And that's funny? How? Well, I imagine he's saying that he's happy we got his back, to paraphrase. Yeah! Happy ending. At least there's some people that care in this world. God, that was such a rough fight. I mean, I'm glad that I didn't need everyone to live, but man, it felt so bad just doing all that. Alright, Jiren. Young master, I brewed some newer tea. Will you imbibe some before departing? Ha! This just makes me wonder, if someone was poisoned in our sinner group, would Dante still be able to bring them back? Because it's like, it's ingesting something. That's like a part of them. Would rewinding the clock be able to bring the poison like out of them? Would that work? No way, Honglu. Remember how the envelope we received yesterday was torn open? Refuse it. I'm okay. I'd love some tea, Jiren. Thank you. Alright. Yes, young master. Honglu sips Jiren's tea. Hey, that tea could be poisoned. I know we have Dante here, but you're being too reckless. Yeah, because I don't think anyone's died from poison yet. I wasn't being reckless on account of having Dante around. If I was, and if it really had been poisoned, I would be needlessly hurting Dante in the process. Even if she's become a lot less friendly, Jiren's still Jiren. So, I thought it would be okay. That's a lot of trust there. Like, despite everything that she's kind of, like, done to you, especially before you left, like, It's clear that she holds at least a little bit of animosity. That's when I realized that Jiren's odd change of character was reminiscent of those we'd seen earlier in the back streets of District 8. Jiren went through a lot of revivals, didn't she? Yes, she's my closest maidservant, so she was on the most expensive version of life insurance. So when you say Jiren's still Jiren, you mean that her memories are intact? Yep. Life insurance doesn't actually decay your memory. I wonder how many times she must have died then. But still, you'll slowly erode away. Like a stone weathering merciless gusts and rainstorms, the memory shrinks and shrinks, slowly losing its definition, until the form itself is lost. It only leaves the faint sensation that the stone was once there, until it was no more. Poetic. But I hope that faint sensation remains a warm remembrance to Jiren, at least. So is that why she's much colder? Is it just that she's died a bunch of times and she's no longer, like, completely there, or? Jiren quietly cleared away the tea set. We cannot tell if she had heard Honglu or if she cared at all, if she did. Regardless, we left her to her job and made our way to the palanquin that was waiting to take us to the round 2 venue.
사활을 건 전쟁을 앞두고 있을
When marching out to meet your foes in a deadly war. Normally, most sinners would have laughed Otis off for being overdramatic, but today they were all listening intently to her every word. Yeah, because usually Otis is just strutting her stuff, but in this case, like, it seems actually applicable. We've already had several close run-ins with the candidates and their factions, and even the formidable Heisho pack. Those experiences were more than enough to convince us that this was the time to take her seriously. We must first learn as much as possible about our primary foe. The one that poses the greatest threat, if you will. And that's his Jia Chu. So let's list everything we've learned about that individual so far. Well, we know that he has no problems with bloodying his own hands. Remember how he grabbed those decapitated heads? And we know that he tried to ensure that both our team and Ji-chun's wouldn't participate in the family hierarch war. Is that because he, like, kinda cares about us, though, or he actually sees us as threats? We are also aware that he is flanked by Jilu, a mighty Heisho, and Jigong, a strategist. And it seems like he was the one who sent the assassins from last night too, right? Yeah, we know that he's definitely wary of us, so we should also stay on guard. Yeah, it's more likely that he actually perceives us as potential threats now. Or if not, well, it's more... I don't think so, actually. I changed my mind on that. I don't think he sees us as threats. I think it's more that his subordinates see us as potential threats. I feel like for him, he feels like he's much more powerful, and he sees us as no more than just, like, flies on the road. So for him, we don't matter. But for his subordinates that actually think, oh, there's a chance that they could, I feel like it's more so them taking this into their own hands. As we all know by now, Daguan Yuan is led by 4 ancient and great houses. The Jia, the Shi, the Shui, and the Wang. Ever since the times before my own birth, this place was a den of political intrigue, a jungle where a single misstep could spell your death. Today, the Jia family holds the most power and influence among the 4. Oh, more baby. Which means that I was at the top of the world, afforded a life of luxuries and leisure, the kind of envious life that everyone looks up to and aspires to attain. But Big Brother Chiu, he was beneath even the rock bottom of the same world. Rock bottom. A metaphor for what, perhaps? If it isn't, then I presume he's implying that someone pushed Jia Chu to the depths. Yes, many hands pushed him towards the cliff, until there was no more room for him to back up to, until his only remaining choice was to plummet. Brother Chiu is the last surviving descendant of the annihilated Kong family. Oh, so he's actually just assimilated into the Chiu family after his family was destroyed, and then the Chiu family was just like, oh, we're so merciful. We'll take him on as one of our family members because we're so great and we love extending a hand to the needy, when it's really just another thing of status. So, Yet his surname was Zhao, was it not? His mother was from the Kong family. Ah, how? Okay, so his father was still in the Chu family then, so maybe it's a little bit of both then. My hand was probably one of the many that pushed him off the cliff. I don't think you're the kind of person to do something like that, Honglu. No, he's talking about his existence itself is what sent him off. Because the family clearly cared way more about him and the Jade than they actually did about Chiu. So they were like, oh, we have Honglu, we don't need this guy. No need to make excuses for me. Envy and jealousy came about from my grandmother and the elders' favoritism. Yeah. And where there's a zenith, so exists a nadir. I don't know how exactly it's pronounced, but I'm gonna assume it's nadir. Hiding won't let me get away from it, so I'm going to accept it. Honglu remained placid throughout the entire reveal, as though he was making some innocent commentary about the weather and the clouds going by. In fact, watch out for the ones working with a thumb, too. Yeah, you would know. It was Ryoshu who had appeared more agitated than he was. Thumb. Oh, that walking brick shit house from earlier. Lei Heng. You're weirdly worried, Ryoshu. Don't you usually just... It's because he's powerful. Silence descended in the palanquin. Has Ryoshu ever called anyone straight up powerful before? Yeah, not even Ricardo. With Ricardo, she was just like, well, today's a good day to die. But she never actually admired his strength or anything like that. It was more so just acceptance. However, with Ryoshu, she just straight up fears this man. No one replied. I'm surprised we're still going. I thought it would end after the assassins there. Are we going to finish round 2? Lin Dayu. Yeah, 19. We're still going here. I'm debating whether I take a quick break to eat something or not. I might have to do that soon. I was hoping we could finish this before I had to eat, but I think we're good. We have arrived at the venue for the second round of the evaluation. We found ourselves at some kind of deep subterranean area with multiple lifts installed inside it. Some contestants were already rising on those lifts, but most of them had elected to remain down here to quietly and furtively discuss their strategies. As for us, we were slowly getting used to our presence, drawing the attention of every single person in the room the moment we entered. Contestants must now each board their lifts and ascend. Well then, should we get going too? I feel like we're drawing way too much attention, so let's... But we were stopped by a voice calling us. Damn! You have gone through some shit since you were a lad, huh? Big brother Baoyu. Ah, Dayu! Have you been well? I'd seen a child who looked just like her a few times in Honglu's memories. I remember her beaming at Honglu as she made a mound of petals with one hand. But now, she looked on him without discernible emotion, a spear in the very same hand. Dayu, I didn't think you'd be participating in the family hierarch war. Have you forgotten that my family cannot exist unless we are in service of greater houses? Yeah, the Baochais. I am but a blade serving a clan from the Jue family. I see. For big sister Baochai's family. Yes. I'll be fighting in the service of others to the last of my days. So she's in a very similar situation to Honglu then. Dayu. Honglu took a step towards her, but she raised her hand and pushed him away. It was not a threat, but her gesture carried such implicit resoluteness that it brought Honglu to a stop. Dayu, I'll be departing Dagwan Yuan soon. The elders have commanded me to leave here and experience more of the world. Okay, so he actually did get to see her before he left then. You leave in Dagwan Yuan? So you leave me now, still refusing to illuminate me the truths about that day? Yeah. I assume maybe she had died and been brought back during whatever incident that was. However, her brain was still intact afterwards, so she was able to come back relatively unscathed. But Honglu is the only one who actually knows what happened. She clearly doesn't because, you know, she was fucking dead, so... Why? Why won't you stop smiling like that? Then, I hope you'll never come back here again. Oh, oops. We shared an intimate bond once, yet all is for naught. Yeah, so she more so saw him as abandoning her, even though she knew damn well that he had no choice, so... Ah. Now I am unbound by the heavens, unbound by the dirt. Still lies this heart of mine now, with emptiness wrought. A blossom may be lovely now, but its wilting sharpens the blade of woe, the blade of hurt. Our meeting never should have come to pass. You always say things that are so difficult and saddening to hear. My own funeral was held long ago, and now, having met you for the final time, when we meet our ends here, may we each become a lone thread to form the smoke, to be scattered to the winds. This was such a long-winded way of saying, damn, I never should have met you. I really wish we didn't meet. Anyway, but there's no actual, like, substance going on there. It's just her constantly saying in many different ways, man, I really wish I didn't see you here. Damn. With that, Dayu walked away from us.
여러분들께는 소개를
Ah, looks like I forgot to introduce her to everyone. You know, somehow I don't think she cared.
어렸을 때 잠시
She's someone with whom I had a brief connection in my childhood. Though, I guess a reunion was made under pretty unfavorable circumstances.
누군가의 호의로
That she has come here in service of another candidate. Means that we'll be enemies the next time we meet. Yisong trailed off without vocalizing that sentiment and sighed.
인연이란 건
Connections are such fickle things, after all. Hong Lu muttered with a faint hint of loneliness as we entered the grand lift, enclosed by 4 pillars. The lift rises ploddingly. When I look down, I can see the other candidates still waiting for their lifts, looking up at us. The candidates whose fates may or may not intermingle with our own in this battle. Jabao you! You will never leave this place alive! Yeah, so this is the fucking crazy guy who killed everyone earlier. No matter what it takes, we'll cut off your head! No matter what it takes! Someone screams bitterly from beneath us, but the lift does not stop. So was it the Shui family then that actually hired the assassin then? That's something to think about.
홍루군,
Young Hong Lu,
우리가
are we
앞으로
to be
만나게
battle villains henceforth in this quest?
전부 악인인 건가?
저들에게는
But to them, we are
저희가
the
악인인
villains.
것이겠죠? 그렇다면
Then are they to be
저희에게는
evil in our
무슨
eyes?
것일까요?
It's a distinction without a
의미
difference.
없는 분별이네요.
분명한 건
Well, whichever is the case, I'm pretty sure that
앞으로 적과 아군을
trying to draw a clear line
구분하는
between enemies and allies won't mean much.
있을 거예요.
Yeah, no matter what, it is literally just whoever's inside our company and whoever's not inside our company right now. We cannot really afford anything else. It seems that we finally arrived at our destination as the lift slowed down. We were greeted by a sight that at first glance appeared as though it belonged outside, but we were still clearly within the confines of Hong Yuan. Yeah. Oh, there's actually a whole ceiling now? Like, I assume we're still inside that big-ass fucking cube, but... Oh, they have a tiny little vacation chair out there, whoever it is. Yeah, but everything else here is just, like, completely in ruins. Goddamn. Underneath the blue sky were 2 metal gates leading into a massive looming structure. Red lights flickered ominously around the building.
이 넓은 공간을
Looks like they decorated this huge space to look like the outside. Can't even fathom how much money they must have poured into this project. And they must have just this entire thing just for the once every, like, 50 years or whatever that someone is selected. Family hierarchy evaluations round 2. A disembodied voice echoed from the speakers with a buzz. Begins now. Door to the lift that carried us up here closed shut. Oh, I finally recognize where we are.
와본 적
You been here before?
여기는
This place is
옛날에 공시가문이
the site of the
운영하던
former H-Corp that was once
H
headed by the Kong
사이트랍니다.
family. Oh, and it all comes full circle. Okay. So yeah, it was mentioned earlier that H-Corp did fall, but it makes sense that that would be connected to the Kong family based on what we just heard about Jia Chu, so...
아직 그때
Yeah.
상처가 채 아물지
This
않은
place
곳이
still
있는데
bleeds from the wounds made then.
이제 새로운
I wonder if we'll be spilling fresh blood over them today. We're surrounded by the loud and crowded bustle of the teeming audience. Where? I didn't see any seating anywhere. Is Hong Lu smiling still, as he always had since our first meeting? I turn around to face him. Damn, it's already started then, huh? Only to see a much younger Hong Lu. The deep sorrow in the child's eyes was about to overflow, as if he were ready to burst into tears. Oh, man, I have to know what happens that day, and I know they're not going to talk about it until, like, part 3, and that's going to suck, but man. Ah, and that's just it. We're going to have to start the second round next time. Damn, not even, like, one big final boss or anything. It's just like, damn. We gotta wait another 5 days for this, chat. Oh, that was so good, though. Yeah, this over here, it's all going from the heavens, just leading further down into the elevator, into H-Corp. Oh, man. This game is so good. I love this game. Like, it's definitely a lot slower paced than with previous parts, but I don't really blame that. Also, wow, look at that effect as we keep moving around the screen here. Very cool. But,
점심 먹고 사격 연습이나 할까요?
man.
카넌이 비싸다고 해.
Man. 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 I'm real happy with that. I'm debating on doing a gamba here. We have what? 21,530 lunacy. 21,530 divided by 1,300. So that's what? 160 summons. And then another 60 on top of that. So that is 220, 236 summons I got in there. Plus the additional 5. So yeah, about 240 summons. Okay. You know what? Sure. Why not? I'll do a single gamba on this banner. Just for you, chat. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh, that's an ego. That ain't a unit. That's an ego.
균형을
Heathcliff?
잃는 게 아니야. 더 세게 후려치려고
Yo! Asymmetrical inertia! I mean, that's not one of the banner units, but hey, that would be great on my Tremor team. Oh wait, I just realized I've had the wrong expressions on this entire time. Oh my god, how did that happen? Sorry, my face could just kind of get stuck like that from time to time. You'll understand. Oh wait, no, this is because I use my numpad. Oh, of course. I need to change that. I have no reason to use my numpad to control my expressions anymore. I got a stream deck. Yeah, and the rest of this all... Oh, and another Hoglu. Hee. One more for the bio. Fuck it. It's gonna be a while until next to Walpurgis. Why not? Why not? Why not? We keep going. We keep going. Fuck. I shouldn't have done that. Alright, well, I did my attempt. I did my attempt. And I got some more Rhodian shards, so whenever the game allows me to dispense her, I can go for that then. Yeah, and I don't have any boxes or anything like that, so it's just shards. Okay. Fine, fine. I will wait for my battle pass. I will wait to get my boxes, and I will wait to dispense when it allows me to. So yeah, once the next story update comes, I'll be able to dispense. If the game gives me the boxes too. That's the one downside. I ain't off balance. Okay. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. That's just gonna be the first part. We will be back on the 22nd to finish that, so... yeah, I guess for now, we are going to take like a quick, 20 to 30 minute break for me to be able to eat lunch. A very late lunch, by the way. I meant to eat lunch before I started the stream, but I just never found the time to because I had other stuff to do, but not just watch the Wolfie Toronto video. I did do other things, but yeah, we'll be back then very shortly to start 100 line back up again, and we'll probably keep going with that for about 2 hours, and we'll be done. So I will see you guys in a bit. Everyone go get food, go potty, go to do whatever it is you need to do. We will be back.